Hello, and welcome to Parkessent. My name's Jake, and today, despite the fact that I've got a bad throat and can barely talk, I'm going to be talking about something very interesting. So, as we all know, Alton Towers has been home to 3 or 4 temporary flat rides for the past few years. These rides have been known as the Retro Squad. There's been Funk and Fly, Spin Jam, Twistertron, Roller Disco, something else. So basically, there's been a rotation of temporary funfair flat rides at Alton Towers for a few years. These were originally implemented in 2020 to sort of assist with capacity whilst a lot of the park wasn't able to open after the coronavirus pandemic. But for the past couple of years, they've just kind of fell out of place. I mean, I can completely understand them bringing them in the first place, but we're not here to talk about the Retro Squad. You may have seen that Alton Towers have very recently released this video showcasing their new map for 2024. It looks a bit empty, doesn't it? And one of the main reasons for this, I think, is that there are no new flat rides replacing the Retro Squad. So towards the end of last season, it was announced that the Retro Squad would be leaving Alton Towers forever. Yay! But unfortunately, as of the other day when this video was released, it's become apparent that there's not going to be anything to replace them, sort of fill the gap capacity-wise. And this, along with the fact that Hex isn't going to be reopening for the start of the season, the Sky Ride's going to be closed again this year. It's quite concerning that for the sort of capacity, and you got to think with the amount of people that visit Alton Towers during the summer, accessibility is going to be an issue with the Sky Ride. But again, there's going to be lots. The queues. You got to think the queues. You've lost 4 rides, 5 if you include Hex for the start of the season, with generally quite high throughputs. So what that's going to mean is that the people that would have been on those rides that last season are now going to be spread less evenly along the other rides, if that makes sense. Basically, it just means that the queues are going to be longer and the sort of that isn't good. Partly because you'll have to queue for longer, but from the park's perspective, also, if you're stood in the queue line, you're not in the park spending money. Sorry, I thought it's really bad. But yeah, as I said, from the theme park's perspective, they want people to be walking around and going in the shops, spending money on the arcades and on the games and in the restaurants. The more time that people have to spend in the queue line is less time that they're able to spending money. So it's just a little bit concerning with the direction Alton Towers is trying to go in this year, trying to get it back into the sort of premier theme park territory. It's certainly getting there with the events and all the exciting things that are happening there at the moment with the reopening of Nemesis Reborn, but also the events and the new events they've brought in for 2023. And if you want to hear about those events and know everything about them, there are some more I have some videos on the channel. I will leave a link to those in the description or in an info card if I remember. Also, in the statement released by Bianca at Alton Towers very recently, she did say that they were spending more money on sort of maintenance and general upkeep of the park, which I suppose is good, but I'd much rather have seen them invest that in some flat rides and some extra theming around certain areas. It just seems that the park has a massive. It's always had a gap in its lineup for flat rides, and I don't. We need to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. It's just a shorter video today because I wanted to talk about it. The map has only been released within the past sort of 24 to 48 hours. So whether it's the final map, whether it's who knows. Anyway, we've got daily uploads now on the channel up until the end of this year, so please make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos. Thanks for watching. My name's been Jake, and you've been watching Parkessent. See you later.